Hello, my Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Thank you all so much for coming for your spiritual ascension reading. I am definitely happy to have you all here. All right. Hopefully, we are going to enjoy this reading. Okay. Now, we all know the importance of our spiritual path. This is all about the growth of our spiritual journey. Okay. And I feel like this is a spiritual channel, and this is one of, the highest reading that I truly love. Okay. Because this is a way of me, of us, because it's all of your energies, we finding out how far we're going, how we're growing spiritually. Okay. Just finding out different messages too from spirit is very, good for our spiritual growth and like support, right? So yeah, definitely. I'm happy to have you here. If you're here watching this, this is good. This is good for you. Okay. Now, I'm opening the spiritual ascension reading with an oracle card from Divine Mother Goddess Isis. Okay, I call her Divine Mother Goddess Isis because she's the Divine Mother Goddess Isis. Okay, she's the highest, or one of the highest female goddess divine archetypes, and so she's a powerful deity. Her energy is all about the divine feminine, okay, and the powers. So the oracle deck that she gave, messages that she has for you guys for your spiritual growth, she gave you Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. She gave us 2 cards, and so I'm gonna read a very small part of the card, okay, that summarizes everything, because I can't read all this, it would take too long. So for the Eye of Horus, which you got from her before we go into your tarot, the Eye of Horus is about awakening divine perception. So the Eye of Horus brings divine perception, protection, and insight. You are gifted with a certain spiritual ability, including divine sight, that are awakening and growing now. You have much divine support and protection so that you may grow your abilities and serve others with your divine gifts. Trust your perception and know that you are divinely protected. This is beautiful for the Eye of Horus one. This, I remember in 2011 when I was going through my spiritual awakening, one of the first dreams that I had that really shook me and showed me that I was on something else. I knew that something divine was happening to me. Was I saw the Eye of Horus on top of the whole world, like I was standing on top of the earth itself, right? So imagine the globe of earth and you are standing on it, and it was like crumbling. It's like a end of the world kind of a dream, right? And I was standing there, and then I looked up in the sky and I saw the Eye of Horus. It drew itself out in front of me in fire, and I would never ever forget that experience. All right, so my clairvoyance was speaking at that time, and that showed up. So if this card is showing for you guys, I have no words to express the path that you're on, okay? Because I'm drifted from what I'm saying, but you get the experience, right? I wanted to share that with you guys. Okay, now let's look at the next card, because I don't want us to be behind time here. The other card that you have from Goddess Isis is the Wings of Isis. Okay, let me show you the card. The Wings of Isis feels like protection. So uniting with the angelic self, you have a special spiritual relationship with the angelic worlds. Part of your soul purpose is to birth angelic consciousness and values such as fearlessness, compassion, and service into this human culture. This oracle brings you angelic assistance and intervention and confirmation that any impressions you may have had that you belong not only to the human kingdom but also to the angelic one are correct. My God, I don't want to sound like I'm talking about myself today, but honestly, this is amazing, and this is so true because I live this each and every day of my life. Today, the dream that I had, I saw huge angels looking white like this wall, and it was 3 of them. 2 was in the sky, and mind you, I'm very scared of the skies, but all my angelic dreams happen in the sky. This is not the first time I've had angelic dreams. I'm just telling you because I saw the angels today and this card showing up. So I'm just trying to, you know, tell you guys my experience because I just cannot hide it. You know, I want to start telling you guys more about things that I experienced, you know, and so let's just go with the flow. So I saw these angels. There were 2 females. They were all wearing white with gold head, you know, like crowns, like the leaf like crowns, and white huge wings in the big old skies, and they are taller than this house, like the length of the house. And they were in the cloud, and then one bent down to my level, and I was like an ant in front of it, and that was the male angel, and he told me something very personal. That's a personal part, so I'm going to keep that to myself. But basically, the angels have been so real in my life, and if you're part of them, they will show themselves to you. Okay, so you getting this card, I'm happy for you. Let's just keep it there. Okay, it's your mind is going to be blown if you are not seeing angels. Okay, and you start seeing them, you're going to be shocked. Okay, all right. Let's move on now to where your soul's path is, my Gemini, my Libra, and Aquarius. From the recent past, what's going on spiritually for you is a lot of adjustments. So I feel like probably this gift came in. Some of you started seeing some of these wild things that I'm talking about. And I'm jumping ahead of myself, but it's all part of your reading, so I'm just going to say it. Your gifts that emerged for you, I heard when this card fell out, a chatterbox. You are very fluent now. You speak divine message out. And you can't even shut up. You can't be quiet. You just keep going. And another gift that has also emerged for you recently is your psychic touch. So basically, you are able to pick up someone's outfit, sense it, and know exactly what they were doing, what's going on, and all that stuff. You can find missing items. You can touch this and know a whole lot about somebody. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful spiritual gift, and I'm not surprised that you have it, because naturally you air signs, especially you Geminis, it's all about your hands, right? So I'm not surprised that you develop that ability. Okay, but either way, anyways, where I'm going with this is that in the recent past, when this gift started to emerge for you, or you probably seen yourself in a dream doing that, because maybe it hasn't even stabilized yet, you went through a space where you start to create an you're adjusting this energy into your physical life. Pretty much is what I'm trying to say. So some of you are actually doing it, are able to do it, but it takes time to bring these spiritual gifts that you see and receive on the spiritual 5D or higher realms into the physical. And when that happens, then it means that you have to readjust your life, your physical life and everything, so that you can accommodate this and actually make it practical to use in your daily life, right? So that is what has been happening in the recent past. The adjustments was needed on your soul to be able to hone in on these gifts and use it on a physical level. That, and also just normal adjustments in your spiritual path. You know, it could be chakras balancing. I feel like your throat chakra was balancing itself out because of also the expression, and also because of the blues that I'm seeing in this card here. I feel like there's a lot going on with you learning how to speak and speaking the right things at the right time, and also putting out the divine messages without, you know, seeming so maybe too wild or too awkward or whatever. Either way, you have a lot of blues here, so I know your communication is changing on a spiritual level. Now, right now, your soul is on a path of what? Bringing in balance still, some sort of balance, but this is in a space of justice. So I feel like you are someone that is thinking that you are going to use your words to bring in justice to people that need it. So this could play out in so many ways on a spiritual level, where let's say for instance you live with someone and they're not doing something right. Whereas you would hold your tongue about expressing this and how it's not working for both of you, now you are using your words wisely to heal and to bring about balance. This could go as far as you working in areas where you are helping people in the court system, in the law system, and you just even telling people spiritual messages that they need to hear, that is going to help them to solve any injustice that they are facing or any attacks spiritually, right? And so pretty much I feel like you are going through some form of, justice at this time on the soul level. You may have been at the end of dealing with something or a situation that you are not being treated fairly, and that is coming to an end, because you have the death card right here. You are transforming this. You're going through a stage where you are transforming all this, and it's happening on a psychic level, all right? And your intuition is speaking at the same time. So this is what's going on right now, bringing an end to any unfairness and injustice that is happening to you within your own spiritual growth, but also extending that and showing that for others is what I'm seeing here. Now, coming up in the near future here, I see that you have the Wheel of Fortune. This showing up for you on a spiritual path is saying that all of this is a positive change that is in alignment with your destiny. I love seeing this card because then I know it's divine. I know that, this is not whatever you're going through, these adjustments and these gifts that came in for you spiritually, all this unfairness and justice that is coming. And, even with the cards that you got from the Divine Goddess Mother, it's telling me that the new gifts that came in and the protection that you're receiving is all divine. All right, and definitely you are from the angelic realm, or you have some angelic DNA. All right, don't forget that, some of the Christian myths or messages is about angels coming and having children with humans. So it's not a surprise for any human to have that bloodline. There are angels that are walking here, demigods, everything. So don't be surprised that you have angelic bloodline. Okay? So, because don't forget, we said that, the Divine Goddess Mother told you that. And underneath the deck you have the Death card again. So I really know that this is all transformational for you right now. That's the bottom of the bottom of all of this on the soul level is the transformation that you're going through, pretty much. And it's all in your highest good. I love this for you. What's going on here for you spiritually on the soul level, my air signs. Let's look at the spiritual gifts that you're receiving, which I already told you. You're getting the psychic touch. You're also, speaking like a chatterbox, but you're speaking well now. Look at this bird. That is an angelic bird. Okay? This symbolism is all about spiritual messages. You are a messenger. You're here to speak something to people that brings them justice, brings them fairness, teaches them and takes them away from danger. That is part of your goal. That is part of what your soul is going through right now on your stage of spiritual ascension. Besides the psychic touch that I've already touched on, you are getting a lot of messages from Spirit. Spirit says they love you. You are loved. Besides your spiritual ancestors and everything, and your spiritual team telling you that they love you, your ancestors, your departed loved ones are also constantly telling you that they love you, and they are healing you, and they are encouraging you, and also helping you to forgive. Okay? Besides that going on, I feel that this "you are loved" is really coming from the angels as well. It's like, that's the image I got when this card fell out. Like, the angels are literally saying, "We love you because you're part of us." Okay? And so you are a very special person, my air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You need to have some peace within yourself, knowing that you are more than what you think, right? Now, the spiritual practices that you're supposed to be getting into to help you to develop and maintain this growth and this ascension and this power that you have is to always, connect with people on a soul level. Don't be so face value. Don't look at people from the physical level. Look at them from the soul. Look at their heart, understand the motives. I always, feel like in order to get to the bottom of things and to see people's soul and really see them for who they truly are, if you're not someone that is clairvoyant, that can see colors and read the auras and all that about people, and not getting, like images, then you're going to have to feel them from their motives. Think about the motives of people, and that is how you get into their soul and their heart, through their heart, right? What are they saying? How are they, portraying themselves? Do they have good hearts? You can look at the soul through the heart, is what I'm saying, okay? Or through the windows of the soul, the eyes, when you're connecting with them. Evidence of spirit. This is essential for you to know that you're not alone. Anytime you're talking to your spirits, anytime you're doing everything, it's so interesting that you have the key here. Another personal experience. I've been going through something. I go out there and I find this little key. In fact, I'm going to get up and get you the key, because the spirit angels were trying to tell me, hey, you got the keys to do whatever it is that you're trying to do. Okay, I'll be right back. Oops. Sorry about that noise, but this is the key I found in my grass. 1 in a million. Why would you go find this key in your grass outside in your backyard? It looks like a key from a kid's toy. My daughter is too young to even play out there like that with any toy. I don't remember her having any key with any toy, and it was right there when I was drying my clothes. So the angels and the spirit guides will give you, they will put things in your path, just like the feathers and everything. And for me, I've never let go of this key. I keep it on my altar. Okay, so when I saw this key, I remember that evidence of spirit in your life. So these are some of the evidence, okay, like watch, flowers, all the stuff, all right, feathers. They leave things for you. Some of them play games where they keep your keys and run away with your keys and stuff. Like your car keys, you put it there and the next thing you know it's not there, or they'll flick the light, stuff like that. So you should be looking out for some of these evidence when you are trying to talk to spirit, when you're connecting with spirit, when you're trying to get some intuitive message. If you see any other signs, then you know you're not alone, right? And this connects you and builds your spiritual growth. So you always have to be in the lookout for evidence. Spirit, show me that you are here. And look out for what they do. And you will know you're never alone. Also, spirit communication process. This is about you seeing spirits somehow and also hearing their communication. What are they saying to you? Let me see. It's definitely all about the, the communication skills that we talked about. How that has enhanced. So now, I feel like this is something that happens that you don't know. Okay? The spirit be right there in front of you. It's probably when you're meditating. Or even if you open your eyes and you really want to see them, you will see them. They are just right there in your face like that. Trust me, that I have another message for you. I have seen them floating in front of me a couple of times, okay? And I don't know why you guys reading that. I'm telling you so much about myself. I keep myself out of my readings, but my goodness, I don't know. Today is Wednesday and my mouth is going wow, 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 wow. Obviously, you have all this blue here, right? You have all this blue around me. It's enhancing that, and Mercury is enhancing my energy with you guys. So I'm going blah, blah, blah. I don't mean to, but I hope it shows you guys that this stuff is real. Those of you who are still straddling the fence, trying to figure out, oh, is this thing real? Is spiritual, developing your spiritual gifts real? Is this something that, people still doubt these things, that they are spiritual beings. And they're spooked by some of these things. So I like to say these things, to the people that are around me, just to tell them, look, don't mess with this universe, because everything you think exists. And everything you don't even know that exists, okay? Don't play with it. Until it's shown to you, you probably never think that these things exist. But like me seeing giants like that, angels that are giants, taller than this house, and this is not the first time I've seen them. So, you know what? That stuff can blow people's mind, but that is okay. If your mind wasn't ready for it, it wouldn't show. Now your mind is ready for it, my air signs, and that is why these things are going to start appearing, or they're already appearing for you. So this is the spiritual practice that you need to do. You need to hone in on connecting with people on a soul level. You need to always ask for evidence when spirit is around you, and you need to always talk to spirit. Talk to them like I'm talking to you, and listen with your ears. You will hear it in your mind. It's just that simple if you are open. I mean, I live it. Okay, so now let's move on to how your chakras have progressed, my Gemini, Libra, and Aquarians. It looks like you guys have really progressed on strengthening your will, and I feel like at the bottom of the deck you have the base chakra here. So this is telling me that anything that's pertaining to your security, your finances, your stability, you know, your family situation, anything that is earthly base that allows you to not feel like you are left out in the cold, like I'm seeing the Five of Pentacles kind of energy, abandoned, or you don't have enough to eat, survive, all that stuff, you've summoned your will to make it happen. Okay, because that's what this is concerning. You've developed more self-control, you have more direction in your life, you are so assertive, and my God, you are expressive to the next level. Naturally, you guys are chatterbox already, like it's already here, and then it's happening now on the spiritual level. So now you're not just going to be talking just because you want to talk about everything. You're going to be talking spiritual truths, which some of you already do. But it's going to the next level because there's growth in all things, right? So you've summoned your will to express yourself, speak your truth, but also take charge of your life and, you know, make sure that you are materially and physically set, because you've balanced your emotions, okay? Your emotional well-being is heightened. You are stronger, you are not moody, you've balanced yourself out in your sacral chakra. This is your throat chakra, your sacral chakra, and your base chakra that has advanced on these levels that I'm explaining. Your feelings, your expressions, your moods, all that wishy-washy back and forth with your emotions is stopped. You've gained more emotional intelligence. You've gained power over what? Your emotions. Because don't forget, you got the justice here, which is all about a little bit of balance. The adjustment is about a little bit of balance. So you've been working on your balancing. Okay? So your emotions are also getting balanced here. Your feelings, how you react to things. You're gaining more emotional intelligence. I love this. And let me tell you, on a spiritual level, if you don't know how to hold your emotions, you are just like a child. You are just like a whiny child. Anybody that is spiritually up there can handle themselves emotionally. And I'm looking at the tarot card in my mind right now. It's the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups upright. Alright, and bringing it into the High Arcana, which is here, adjustments. And I want to see the Temperance. Let me see the Temperance is around here. Anyway, it's not very close to me right now. But I still feel that you have become a stronger person on an emotional level. Spiritually, you are going to speak your truth. You're going to not allow anybody to take you out of your element. You are not caught in your feelings, because that is childish. On a spiritual level, you got to get your waters in check. Your water element within you has to be in check, because that is the one that actually shows who you truly are in so many ways. It's not just about talking, because sometimes when people are talking, they think that people are just paying attention to what they are saying. People are internalizing what you're saying on a feeling level. And the way you are acting and portraying, if it's not in alignment with how you're feeling, your emotions, a psychic empath or anybody that's on a spiritual level will pick up those emotions. They'll pick it up. They'll pick up how it's not real when you're living both lives. So you gain power over that. And I like this for you on a spiritual level. And this is pushing you to find the family, the tribe, the community, the soul tribe that you belong to. Because when you grow up on a spiritual level, emotional adulthood, because the emotion has developed. Anytime you develop, you open doors to meeting more people that are in alignment with your soul. They are basically part of the same tree. But if you're not ready to meet some of them, you just don't. And right now, because you've grown on an emotional level and stepped up on your game, now there are going to be some people that are going to open up themselves to you. And some of them are definitely, which are your spiritual helpers, are going to be Geminis. Most of them are going to be you. You are going to also, to me, become a soul tribe to someone. People are going to discover you, that you're part of their soul tribe. And you're also going to discover certain Geminis as that are part of your soul tribe. So you meet more Geminis, and you realize that they are just like you. And you feel right at home and express yourself. And because that is your destiny helper here. It's yourself. You are helping yourself, and you're going to meet people just like you. Okay, and that is why all this stuff here is pertaining to what? The air signs. And look, if it's not, this is also for Libras and what? Aquarians. So you guys, it's all about the air elements. For the Libras and Aquarians, you guys are going to be meeting some Geminis that are what? Helpful to you right now, because this is happening for all of you guys. My energy is pulled into the Gemini energy because of, the blue and the talking and the Wednesday, okay? So that's how you've progressed on your chakra levels here. The obstacle that you're facing spiritually, okay, is gratitude. Having issues with gratitude. I feel like there are females in your life that you don't appreciate them. So address that. It could directly be the mother of your child that could be pregnant with your children, or just your mother, any mother figure or sisters or female energy, okay, that you don't appreciate, because maybe they are naturally there for you, always there for you to show you love and support you, so you don't appreciate them. They help you with your stability, so you don't appreciate them. Some of you may be living with your parents and you don't appreciate them. So you need to address this feminine energy, because it's going to trickle down to your divine feminine energy, and you not getting hold of your emotions. So now that you've developed this spiritual ability where you are in touch with your emotions, which is totally, really, mainly a feminine energy, you need to put this in check, because this will bring you back down. It will bring you back down. Okay, so be grateful, so that even there are going to be more female angels that will appear to you, female spiritual guides and stuff like that. But you have to show appreciation for them to even show themselves to you. That's also something that I'm getting because of the purple here. The solution that Spirit has for you is that you always have to think about your well-being as well. Take care of you, because this will raise your vibration. And this is talking about you taking care of you vibrationally, so that you can be in the vibrational alignment with the higher entities as well. Because if you're not ready, an angel is not going to show themselves to you. If your vibration is low, trust me, you're not going to see nothing. When I'm talking about low in this essence, I'm talking about physicality. If you are too caught up in material life, angel is not going to appear to you. You have to work for this by doing the spiritual things that make sure that your well-being is taken care of. Do your spiritual baths, do your meditations, relax yourself, stop thinking so much about your finances and your life. And this will put you in the vibration of what? Angelic beings, and you would become more open to receiving, because it's not a coincidence that it's a female as well. You have to take care of your divine feminine energy as well. I'm getting that right now as well. So the divine feminine, the female aspect within you, because male or female, you have female and male. So take care of that, because it needs nourishing, which means you need to stop going so much also, and start to get into the moment where you receive also, and retract and be more caring and expressive in a more matured way, which you are already doing. Okay, now let's look at the overall advice, because we've gone over a minute here because I'm talking a lot. For you, my air signs, the angels want you to know that you're victorious, and whatever you've been praying for, they've heard you, and have faith, because it's been answered already. This is great confirmation for you, and also your moon cycles. Alright, so this moon cycles is talking about you being in alignment with the tides of time. So this to me is telling me that whatever you prayed for, understand that the moon cycles has a lot to do with how things also manifest in your life. So they said if it's been answered, wait for when the moon is ripe. Like during the full moon you receive, and right a few days, maybe 3 days after the full moon, it's time to receive. So look out for your blessings, look out for what they want you ask for during those times. But you have to align yourself with the moon cycles. All right, that's basically what it is, so that you're not always in a hurry, or you're not apprehensive or anything like that. A few of you need to summon courage in your life and to remember who you are, which is the fact that you have angelic bloodline and that the spirits love you. All right, my air signs. So that's all that I have for you guys. Thank you all so much for being here with me. I am glad that you've progressed this far on your spiritual ascension. Blessing, blessing, blessing. And oh, I almost forgot, some of you need to get on your A game about hydrating. You need water, and that's why the well-being is also there. And look, water is also part of what? The female energy, which is also part of your psychic body and part of what? Your emotions. It is tied into all that. So there's something about you that needs to happen here. All right, and this is all going to help you in those of you who are struggling with insecurities as well, because that is part of you feeling okay. A woman is the representation of security. Feminine energy is a representation of security. So you need to work on that. Take care of you, nurturing you. Take care of that aspect of yourselves. All right. So that's all that I have for you. One more time, because I almost missed it. It was at the bottom of the deck. Okay. And breathing, taking your deep breaths also. Okay, so that's all, my air signs. Thank you, and I'll definitely see you all soon on your next spiritual ascension reading. Bye.